Welcome to Bay Hill News Network News. News sponsored by...
You can now order your roti skins from Des Tasty Treats and Roti Skins at telephone 1784-528-2979 or pick up Des Tasty Treats and Roti Skins at Randy's Supermarket. More products are coming soon from Des Tasty Treats and Roti Skins.
In the news.
The moment we've all been waiting for is almost upon us. The Masquerade Gala in support of the remarkable 45th anniversaries of the SVGO and the independence of our homeland. Prepare for an evening of elegance, inspiration, philanthropy, culture, and vibrant community. Your continued support is invaluable. Date: Saturday, November 2nd, 2024. Time: registration from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. The reception cocktail hour program begins promptly at 6 p.m. Arrive ready to shine. Address: Sala San Marco, 215 Preston Street. Parking: limited parking available at the venue, off 100 Balsam Street. Please park at the back of Sala San Marco, where there's an entrance from the parking lot into the building. Enjoy complimentary street parking on Preston Street for your convenience. Tickets: available at the door under your name, association, or table purchased. A seating chart will greet you in the lobby. Please honor your assigned table for a smooth evening. Program: kicking off at 7 p.m., with dinner served around 7:15 p.m., 7:20 p.m. Dancing: from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Bring your finest dancing shoes or slip them off and celebrate in style. Masks: available for those wishing to don one. We encourage you to wear it for a captivating photo on the black carpet with our photographer. Your swag bag will be waiting for you on the black carpet, where our correspondent will be ready to chat and mingle while you strike your pose. Join the celebration. Capture your stunning moments using our and let's make a splash on social media as we relive this incredible journey on the. You can also email your photos to us at scottoassociation@gmail.com or share them via our social media platforms. Leadership is defined by those who inspire change and forge paths for others to follow, a quality embodied by Superintendent of Police Dr. Kamisha Blake, a distinction the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, RSVGPF, is proud to recognize. This moment marks a significant milestone in RSVGPF history as Dr. Blake becomes the first police officer in the organization to attain a Doctor of Philosophy degree, PhD, a testament to her remarkable academic and professional achievements. Dr. Blake's accomplishment exemplifies the RSVGPF's dedication to fostering a culture of excellence and continuous growth. Her commitment to education and professional development reflects the evolving landscape of modern policing, where strategic insight and scientific approaches are vital in meeting today's complex challenges. With an impressive academic portfolio, Dr. Blake holds a Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Special, from the University of the West Indies, Cave Hill Campus, a Master of Science in Forensic Psychology from the University of Portsmouth, a Master of Science in Criminology and Criminal Justice from the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine Campus, an MPhil in Criminal Justice from Walden University, and a PhD in Criminal Justice with a specialization in Justice Administration from Walden University. She is also a certified forensic psychologist accredited by the British Psychological Association. Currently serving as the officer in charge of the Central Division, Dr. Blake has previously contributed her expertise to the Criminal Investigation Department and the South Central, Western, and Grenadines divisions. Her leadership extended beyond our shores during her secondment to the Regional Security System headquarters in Barbados, where she served as the manager of the RSS Training Institute and staff officer training. In 2010, Dr. Blake made history as the first individual to enter the RSVGPF at the rank of Assistant Superintendent through graduate entry. Her contributions have been recognized regionally. In 2018, she was honored by the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OCS, for her role in the modernization of policing within member states. In 2020, she received the Amalgamated Security Services Limited and the Association of Caribbean Commissioners Award for Top Caribbean Police Officer Career Move, Professional Development. Reflecting on her journey, Dr. Blake stated, "When I joined the organization, I always wanted to inspire a change from what was considered the colonial force, where recruitment was based on physique, to one where academics is the focus." Since joining, I have seen the police force move from one officer pursuing studies to hundreds now completing colleges and universities. For me, this is a significant achievement. She continued with words of advice. "You have to know what you want. The only competition is yourself, creating the best version of you. That way, you find purpose in it all, so when challenges arise, you can ignore the noise and focus on your goals." Superintendent Dr. Blake dedicates her achievement to all young boys and girls from humble beginnings, especially those in disadvantaged communities. "My first place of residence was Rose Place, so I want to tell them, dream big, change your destination through education. I did it, and so can you, because the race is not for the swift, but for those who can endure to the end," she encouraged. The RSVPF, led by Commissioner of Police, AG, Mr. Enville Williams, along with the gazetted officers corps and the entire force, extends its heartfelt congratulations to Superintendent Dr. Kamisha Blake. Commissioner Williams expressed his pride in her accomplishments, stating, "I am immensely proud of Superintendent Dr. Blake's achievements. She exemplifies the excellence we strive for within the RSVPF, setting a remarkable example that encourages all officers to pursue their own paths to excellence." Her dedication and accomplishments continue to strengthen our organization and inspire others to reach their fullest potential in service to our nation. As we honor Dr. Blake's achievements, the RSVPF reaffirms its resolve to foster an environment where talent is nurtured and every member is empowered to excel in their role. The Medicinal Cannabis Authority, MCA, will host the inaugural Cannabis Festival, a 3-day celebration of medicinal cannabis, taking place from Friday, November, to Sunday, November 3rd, at the Arnos Vale Stadium. The festival takes place daily from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. This event will promote inclusivity and raise awareness about the cannabis plant's diverse benefits and uses. The festival will open with a ceremony at 9 a.m. in the Mike Finley Pavilion and will include a lineup of activities aimed at exploring the science, culture, and community aspects of cannabis. Among the highlights of the festival are Daily Expo. Visitors can explore a variety of cannabis-related products and locally produced goods presented by over 30 unique vendors, offering insights into the industry and community-based products. Traditional Cultivators Village, a hub of authentic cannabis culture, featuring the Ital Fest family and other traditional cultivators who will showcase heritage practices and serve authentic Ital cuisine. Daily Conferences, educational sessions on cannabis cultivation, medicinal benefits, and usage led by industry experts and advocates. Grand Finale Concert. The festival will conclude with a concert celebrating reggae and cannabis culture, featuring top regional reggae artists such as Marlon Asher, Isasha, Bushman, and Chris Martin, along with local talent. The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Bureau of Standards, SVGBS, has taken a significant step towards enhancing service standards across sectors by focusing on the communications and broadcasting industry. As part of the national standards development process, the Bureau hosted a national consultation on the draft code of practice for broadcasting on Wednesday, October 30th, at its Campden Park conference facility. The consultation aimed to offer clarity on the proposed document and gather input from a broad spectrum of stakeholders, including industry professionals, interest groups, and the general public. Establishing this draft code represents this country's commitment to ensuring acceptable levels of service in broadcasting. A national technical committee was established to work on drafting the code, with members convening regularly to address the unique needs of St. Vincent and the Grenadines broadcasting industry. Stakeholders were encouraged to review and provide feedback on the draft code, ensuring it reflects both local priorities and international best practices. President of the SVG Teachers Union, Oswald Robinson, welcomes the amendments to the Representation of the People Act, which paves the way for teachers to contest general elections. Robinson expressed his satisfaction that the SVGU played a role in ensuring the provisions were passed, after the government's refusal to honor the collective bargaining agreement with the SHGTU when 3 of its teachers ran in the general elections in 2010. Amendments have been made to the Representation of the People Act (RPA), allowing public servants to contest general elections without having to resign. The bill, brought to Parliament on Tuesday by Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, includes 5 provisions and 2 schedules under the RPA. Eligible public servants, including teachers, must fall within the salary scale of grade B22, with a few exceptions. Clause 1 also amends Section 35(1) of the People's Act to allow senators to hold public office. Previously, public servants were required to resign in order to contest general elections. However, with the new amendment, individuals can now apply for leave as prescribed by law. Regarding benefits, the Prime Minister noted that while individuals in the past lost all their benefits, this time those benefits will be retained, including pension benefits for teachers. Area Representative for West St. George, Curtis King, announced that the government has now identified a site to relocate Pole Yard residents affected by the construction of the acute care hospital at Arnos Vale. Speaking at the groundbreaking ceremony for the new hospital last Saturday, Minister King assured residents that the government would follow through on its promise to properly relocate them. While he confirmed that a site has been found, he did not disclose the specific location. A series of training workshops were recently conducted with a focus on vegetable production and management aimed to equip participants with the skills and knowledge necessary to establish and manage their own home gardens, thereby enhancing local food production and resilience. This training initiative, integral to the home gardening component of the UBEC CRC Food Insecurity project, has benefited more than 85 participants from various communities. Moreover, the training workshops concluded October 30th, 2024 at the Peace Memorial Hall following presentations on fertilizer application and pest and disease management facilitated by agricultural instructor Andrea Laman. In addition, participants were provided with a range of essential gardening tools that included 3-PC hand tool set, metal file, spray bottle, water can, 100-foot hose, 8-PC measuring spoon, metal fork, rake and spade, plastic mulch, gardening gloves, cutlass, and water boots. During remarks, project manager of the UBEC CRC Food Insecurity Project Roxanne John thanked the participants for engaging in the workshops. She expressed excitement in the future feedback on how the knowledge and tools were used. The Carnival Bands Incorporated of St. Vincent and the Grenadines recently held its Triennial Conference at the Peace Memorial Hall in Kingstown on Tuesday, February 22, 2024. The conference heard reports from the National Executive, Chairman's address. Several motions were tabled, debated upon, and passed. A new National Executive was elected. Chairman, Mr. Garth Niles. Deputy Chairman, Ms. Alvern Cadogan. Secretary, Mrs. Petra Pompey. Treasurer, Mr. Leroy Rose, Jr. Assistant Secretary/Treasurer, Ms. Alicia Sardine. Public Relations Officer, Mr. Dwayne Jack. Band Leaders Representative, Mrs. Verlene Ralph James. Committee Members, Ms. Cleopatra Weeks, Ms. Kellyanne Neverson, Mr. Jamal Jacobs. Immediate Past Chairman, Mr. Hugh Reggett. The newly elected Chairman Niles addressed the audience outlining several initiatives he would like to see materialize with a priority placed on acquiring a home for Moss bands. The Band Leaders Association was established in the decade of the 1960s, and the CBI was incorporated in July 2019.
We move to the regional news.
Mandeville, Jamaica. A man is facing housebreaking and larceny charges after allegedly breaching a man's home and making off with electronic devices worth approximately 150,000 Jamaican dollars. Charged is 55-year-old Colin Thomas. Reports from the Mandeville police are that about 6:30 a.m., a homeowner secured his premises before leaving. However, on his return, the owner allegedly caught Thomas exiting the house with items wrapped in a sheet. He made an alarm, but Thomas reportedly managed to escape with the items, which included electronic devices, accessories, and household items valuing 147,500 Jamaican dollars. Thomas was subsequently arrested and charged after being positively identified by the victim. His court date is being finalized. Central Bank Governor Dr. Kevin Greenidge is urging Barbadians to avoid get-rich-quick schemes, warning that a lot of people are looking to take the change out of your pocket. Last month, the central bank informed the public that a fraudulent letter purporting to be from the bank requesting payment of fees was circulating. The monetary authority said the correspondence was not authorized by the bank or its governor and had a forged signature. Speaking during his third-quarter press conference yesterday, Greenidge said the institution and other agencies became aware of and had investigated a scheme which had elements of Ponzi or pyramid-type offerings. His advice to Barbadians is that if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it is a duck. Greenidge said there were 3 things which Barbadians should look out for with these schemes to ensure they were not duped into making investments in them.
International news is next.
As darkness falls on this All Hallows Eve, I'm sure many of you will be celebrating Halloween, dressing up, and enjoying the festivities. For many Christians, this evening marks the beginning of a sacred time, our preparation for All Saints' Day tomorrow, a day to remember and honor all those who have gone before us in faith. This evening, I invite you to light a candle in memory of loved ones who are no longer with us. As the light flickers in the darkness, may it remind us of the hope we have in Christ and the eternal life promised to those who follow him. In Minnesota, Ethiopians hold their 6-hour service at the Ethiopian Orthodox Church. The community has around 500 members. For the chairman, Abebe Abatu, the church plays an important role in making members feel at home in their adopted country. We say this church is very important for the community because the people, they see, the dress, they see the picture they see and everything they smell. And it looks like how they used to. So that's very important. Then they feel at least one day in a week feeling they living in their home, he says. Reverend Lucio Baruman of the Indian Lake Baptist Church says the church has a history of welcoming people of various different nationalities. This church have 150 years old. They celebrated last year the 150th anniversary. It started as a Swedish Baptist church. Then the Swedish started speaking in English. And then now the Karen, arrive. And then now they have a Mexican pastor. So it's a little cultural here, Baruman says. The discovery of a 4,000-year-old fortified town hidden in an oasis in modern-day Saudi Arabia reveals how life at the time was slowly changing from a nomadic to an urban existence, archaeologists said on Wednesday. The remains of the town, dubbed Al-Nada, were long concealed by the walled oasis of Khaybar, a green and fertile speck surrounded by desert in the northwest of the Arabian Peninsula. Then an ancient 14.5-kilometer-long wall was discovered at the site, according to research led by French archaeologist Guillaume Charlix published earlier this year. For a new study published in the journal PLOS1, a French-Saudi team of researchers have provided proof that these ramparts are organized around a habitat, Charlix told AFP. The large town, which was home to up to 500 residents, was built around 2400 BC during the early Bronze Age, the researchers said. Nairobi, Kenya, AFP, the African Union's health watchdog on Thursday warned that Mpox outbreak was still not under control and appealed for resources to avoid a more severe pandemic than COVID-19. More than 1,100 people have died of Mpox in Africa, where some 48,000 cases have been recorded since January, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Africa CDC. Cases were still increasing in several countries as the continent struggled to contain another major outbreak coming at the heels of COVID-19 that exposed Africa's weak health system. The situation is not yet under control. We are still on the upward trend generally, Nashr Ngongo, Africa CDC Chief of Staff and head of the Executive Office told an online briefing. Philadelphia, United States, AFP, billionaire Elon Musk dodged a Philadelphia court hearing on Thursday after asking to move a lawsuit seeking to halt his $1 million giveaways to registered U.S. voters from state to federal court. The Tesla and SpaceX CEO had been ordered by a Pennsylvania state judge to attend the hearing, but his lawyers filed a motion late Wednesday arguing that the case involved federal election issues and should be heard instead in a U.S. district court. Philadelphia's chief prosecutor Larry Krasner, a Democrat, sued Musk and his pro-Trump Political Action Committee, America PAC, on Monday, calling the $1 million giveaways to registered voters in election battleground states an illegal lottery scheme. The move came just days after the Justice Department warned Musk and America PAC that the sweepstakes may violate federal law, which prohibits paying people to register to vote. A Russian court has fined Google 2 undecillion rubles, a 2 followed by 36 zeros, for restricting Russian state media channels on YouTube. In dollar terms, that means the tech giant has been told to pay $20,000, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000, 000. Despite being one of the world's wealthiest companies, that is considerably more than the $2 trillion Google is worth. In fact, it is far greater than the world's total GDP, which is estimated by the International Monetary Fund to be $110 trillion. The fine has reached such a gargantuan level because, state news agency TASS says, it doubles every day it is not paid. According to TASS, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov admitted he cannot even pronounce this number, but urged Google management to pay attention.
This end of Bay News Network News. News sponsored by.
You can now order your roti skins from Des Tasty Treats and Roti Skins at telephone 1784-528-2979 or pick up Des Tasty Treats and Roti Skins at Randy's Supermarket. More products are coming soon from Des Tasty Treats and Roti Skins.
Audio Jungle.
Sports is next.
Audio Jungle.
Sports was sponsored by.
Looking for a place to relax with natural cool breeze and friendly surroundings? Then check the Bay Hill Tree Bar, located at Bay Hill Cane Garden. We have everything a bar will have. We also sell Shell 20 pounds of cooking gas at the Bay Hill Tree Bar.
In the sports.
November 1st is dubbed the Win or Go Home Friday in the National Lottery's unique touch soccer SVGCC Invitational Football Championship, as the 2024 edition moves into the quarter-final stage. Friday's four-match feast commences at 12 o'clock noon when Sports Sciences soon grads take on the Division of Technical and Vocational Education in quarter-final 1. The Yellow Army of the Sports Sciences soon grads will be brimming with confidence, having played unbeaten so far, and would look to extend their purple patch. They will however come up against an equally confident DTV unit who would have gained momentum after earning a 1-1 draw with Jebel Hughes on their last outing. Quarter-final 2 is a tantalizing matchup between late year's second and third place teams, Hope International Hughes and Jebel Hughes, to be played from 1:15 p.m. Hope International Hughes have lost all matches this year and would need to regroup if they are to beat the Green Machine, Jebel Hughes, who ended at the top of Group 1 in the preliminary round. Two other invited clubs will lock horns in quarter-final 3 from 2:30 p.m. Defending champions, System 3 Hughes, who have fought stoutly so far, would be truly tested when they come up against Galaxy Gladiators, who have also shown strong resolve. This encounter promises to go down to the final whistle. The curtain closer for the quarterfinals at 3:45 p.m. will bring together two sets of evenly eager new groups of students who call the Villa campus home. DSGS Year 1 has been impressive and will take all the positives from their win against Hope International to try to overcome the Orange Brigade of Sports Sciences freshers. The freshers will take heart that they have scored the most goals so far and also boast one of the championship's leading goal scorers in Kareem Davis. National Lottery's Unique Touch Soccer. SVGCC Invitational Football. Quarterfinals fixtures Friday, November 1st, 2024. 12 p.m. Sports Sciences Soon Grads vs. BTV. 1:15 p.m. Jebel Youths vs. Hope International Youths. 2:30 p.m. Galaxy Gladiators vs. System 3 Youths. 3:45 p.m. Sports Sciences Freshers vs. DSGS Year 1. Results from inter-secondary school netball and inter-primary school football games played on Wednesday, October 30th. Netball. Juniors. Thomas Saunders SEC 16. North Union SEC 7. Emmanuel High Mespo 5. St. Clair Dacon SEC 19. Georgetown Secondary 12. George Stevens SEC 22. Bethel High School 25. Trumaka Ontario 6. Seniors. Thomas Saunders SEC 32. North Union SEC 15. Mountain View Adventist 15. West St. George SEC 21. Primary School Football. Stubbs Gov 5. Nicholas James 1. Aiden Jack 2. KJ Joseph 2. Richland Park Gov 1. Aiden Lynch. Kane N Gov 2. Ty Dino Diamond 1. Chase Nichols 1. Fair Hall Gov 4. DeAndre Walker 2. Samuel Games 2. Shaun Hill Gov 5. Kemar Lewis 1. Caden Jackson 1. Samus Clark 2. OG. Richland Park Gov 0. Mariaqua Gov 6. Sidani Costello 2. St. Elmore Garraway 1. K. Jorn Peters 1. Caden Hines 1. Josiah Richards 1. Belair Gov 0. Pamela's Burke Gov 2. Dwayne Barnum 2. Sugar Mill Academy 2. Royce Francis 1. Methuselah McLean 1. Tarama Gov 3. Mike Sam 1. Alson De Souza 1. Stephen Brown 1. Sandy Bay Gov 2. Jaden Thomas 2. South Rivers Methodist 2. Ryan Blake 1. Allison Danzel. Lomans Windward Anglican 0. Langley Park Gov 0. OWI Gov 8. Sean Henry 1. Amalai Lavia 4. Jamel Baptiste 1. Georgetown Gov 3. Zarano Lewis 1. J. Sean John 1. Oziel Bowens 1. Greg's Gov 0. Clare Valley Gov 3. Tariq Hamlet 1. Maffel Prescott 1. Janiro Boyce 1. Fitzhughes Gov 2. MJ McKee 2. Beru Ali Gov 3. Jim Moore Dixon 1. Arun Laters 1. Kurt Caesar 1. Chateau Belair Methodist 3. Jawanza Lampkin 2. Rolex Gordon 1. Beru Ali Anglican 2. Samer Delpeche 1. Trey Duncan 1. Questels Gov 4. Amarian Ballantyne 3. Adija Diamond 1. Kingstown Gov 0. Kingstown Prep 3. Jamerlo Payne 1. Khalik Peters 1. Shaquille Dublin 1. CW Prescott Primary 3. Jomri Lane 2. Keyshawn Williams 1. Dorsetshire Hill Gov 0. Brighton Methodist 1 by default against Lodge Village Gov. Lomans Leeward Anglican 1 by default against Du Bois Gov. Clare Valley Gov 1 by default against Leia Gov. Fitzhughes Gov 1 by default against Trumaka Gov. National Lottery Authority TBPO cricket fixture for 2 NDs/3 RD November 2024. Saturday 2nd. 1 o'clock p.m. Bank of SVG All-Star vs East Kingstown. 3 o'clock p.m. Young Stallion vs Older Boys. Sunday 3rd. 10 o'clock a.m. Hilltop vs AIA Reload. 12:30 p.m. New Level vs Gomia Bombers. 3 o'clock p.m. Shaun Hill Talawa vs Dauphin United.
The SVG Netball Association extends a special invitation to you to attend the opening of the National Fast 5 tournament this Saturday, November 2nd, 2024 at the 4:30 p.m. at the Kingstown Netball Center. We would welcome your presence to provide coverage of the opening, which is expected to see the march past of teams followed by addresses by sporting officials. This would be followed by 3 exciting matches.
Caesars Real Estate, Haroun Beer, and our friend Dem Greg's 2020 Softball Cricket Tournament 2024. Fixtures for games to be played over the weekend of November 3rd. 9:30 a.m. OEA Strikers vs Caesars Real Estate Smashers. 12:30 p.m. RSVG Police vs Young Stars. 3 p.m. OEA Strikers vs Fairbairn United. This end of our sports news. Sports was sponsored by
Looking for a place to relax with natural cool breeze and friendly surroundings? Then check the Bay Hill Tree Bar, located at Bay Hill Cane Garden. We have everything a bar will have. We also sell Shell 20 pounds of cooking gas at the Bay Hill Tree Bar.
Audio Jungle.